Suleiman Rahim here, brothers and sisters, mention of the covenant, break of the seven seals. I have a special presentation for you today, brothers and sisters. It's somewhat a redux of yesterday, but additional information. I don't know if you watched that broadcast today. January the 12th. Desperation. I see a copy made of my themes. How much pressing in trouble. Seeing the great army. Where how money would that got that from? But they're really pushing is reparations. I mean, it's really a big topic now. Really pushing it. And we're going to talk about that. Explain that in a little more detail today. What's going on with this reparations? They're desperate with it. But first, let's understand this, brothers and sisters. There may have been a misprint the other day. I'm not sure, but this way it should read, heaven, hell. Hell is when you get less energy than you give. So I put in 1,000 calories, I only get 500 calories back. I mean, that's because calories are energy. I put in that much energy, but I don't get as much back. So, right? And that's hell. And we in hell. Because like in the fields, we was giving master 24/7 and producing gold and cotton, all stuff, and master was giving us shit in return. That's hell. Slavery is hell. By definition, you giving more and you getting less back. Because if you was getting back as much as you was putting in, that wouldn't be slavery, would it? By definition, but the devils, they call that profit. See? Because they're the ones that's getting, right? They're getting the more and we're getting the less. See? We're giving them 100 and they give us 50 back. See? We gave them 24/7 and they gave us shit and rape and torture, persecution. See? And they call that profit because they had to, the less you give, the less you have to give, right? And the more you get, that's profit. If you give as much, if they give you back as much you give them, that would not be profit. So they want to profit from you. That means they got to exploit you by definition. Brothers and sisters, pay attention to the language. By definition, they have to exploit you to make, that's what profit is. That means they're getting back from you more than they gave you. They're taking more, they're taking back more from you. They're giving you. That's what slavery is all about. It's the maximum. They was giving you absolutely nothing. And you was producing much for them. They call that profit. But it's exploitation. They got a nice name for it. That's profit. See, we're capitalists. We're profiting. Well, what is profit? It's exploitation. Period. But see, that was the economic system of hell. We've been in hell for the last 6,000 years. That would be the economic system in hell. It'd be for the oppressors and oppressed. The oppressors would get the more, and the oppressed would get the less. And the difference would be profit. Understand? See, when you understand in the mathematical terms, you understand what's going on. So why would you want to be capitalist unless you're going to be getting the more? But then that means you have to exploit other people to get the more, right? Now, heaven is when you receive more energy than you give. In other words, you go out and you produce, right, silver for me, and I give you gold in return. Wow. I'm going to produce a lot of silver because I'm going to produce $1,000 worth of silver. You'll give me $2,000 worth of gold. I'm gonna work my behind off, cause man, right? And we call that blessing, because blessing is something that you're supposed to get, that you didn't have to, you got more back than you put in. But see, they put a negative connotation, so they put a positive connotation on their exploitation or it's profit. That's good, see, profit. They put a negative connotation on what we do. Because you didn't deserve it. You don't deserve that. You see, these are things, brothers and sisters, you're not paying attention to, and you're bombarded with it. Your brain's been bombarded with this. It's a cancer. It's a virus. It's what do you call it? Yeah, a virus, right? In your brain, because you don't pay attention to these things. See, that's a subtle thing there. Or they glorify their thing, which is exploitation, right? But they meant, but they take and villainize your thing, which is blessing. Oh, you didn't deserve that. That's a blessing. You didn't deserve it. No, you don't deserve it if you talk in terms of consequence, because you didn't, you got something that you didn't. Right? You got more than what you put in. They say you didn't deserve that. It's a blessing. See, when it happens to them, that's a blessing. They said miracle is a blessing to them. See? But if we get something, we don't deserve it. We get a blessing, we don't deserve it. You understand the difference, brothers and sisters? See, in our world, in our kingdom, you won't be exploited, there'll be no profit, there'll be blessings. But you can't get more than what you're in. That's our economic system. Economic system of the future is actually coming in now. But the point is they're taking advantage of it. That's what they hold on to you, because now that you're getting blessings, they remember they still control your wealth because you're here. And that means they're going to control your blessings. So you end up with a shit farm, $1 million fish farm, a shit farm, rather than $1 million gold mine. It's still worth $1 million, but you get the shit farm. That's what's going on. I'm trying to get a mathematics, but understand what's going on here. See? Because now you're in the realm of blessings, and they're trying to steal that from you. We're going to talk about that in a minute. This reparations thing. I'm going to go into more detail than I've ever done before. Because blessings is our kingdom. See, you're about to be blessed with your own land. You don't deserve it. According to Farrakhan, you're wicked. That's why you're not going anywhere. Blessings. It said, blessing. Well, how did it said in the song, blessing and goodness will follow me all the days. It didn't say profit. It didn't say profit. It said, blessing and goodness will follow me all the days of my life. Now we'll dwell in the house of the Lord. It's telling you right there. That's the economic system. Blessing and mercy shall follow me all the days of my, listen, blessing and mercy, that's the economic system. Blessing is what you get. He's telling you right there, the economic system will be based on blessings and mercy. All the days of his life while he's in the house of the Lord. I keep telling you, these things tell you everything you need to know, brother and sister. They tell you everything you need to know. It's just you have to pay attention and understand and listen carefully. It's telling you the economic system be blessings, not profit. It didn't say our profit, right? Our profit all the days of my life in the house of the Lord. That means I'll be a capitalist all the days of my life. I exploit people all my days of my life in the house of the Lord. No, he didn't say that. He said blessing and mercy. That means blessing and mercy. That means the fulcrum is in the positive direction now. Blessing in the house of the Lord forever. You see, I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. You understand? Blessing and mercy. That's our economic system. See? Let's move on, brother and sister. Let me see if I can do this. Well, let me do this first. What's this? Great fear came upon those Hearts men's fa- hearts men's fought for fear of those great things that come upon earth, because the powers of heaven be shaken. They tried it. He even said that. He even said that, but he don't understand what it means. But he's even said today. See, where he get, where he getting this from? You understand it? See? You understand it? Great fear, not only upon them, upon the demons, upon you, if you don't listen, but you don't need to have it. You shouldn't fear anything. You don't have to. You put the 5 pillars. You get your mind back. You have nothing to fear. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Okay, let's see if we can do this. See how this works. Okay, these are just some of the things I intend to talk about. Just some of the things. Let me hit on some of them. Like I said, 666. These things are very easy because all you gotta do is look. See, you look at real. See, the point is they can't say it as it is if they figure it out. They can't say it as it is if they figure it out, right? They can't say it as it is. They figure it out. But right, and that's even if they figure it out. But it's very simple to understand. See? It's very simple to understand because, like 666, for instance, right? My brothers. 666, for instance, right? Very simple. It tells you it then one rule, one simple thing identifies who they are. One simple thing identifies who they are. It says their power would be in you wouldn't be able to buy or sell. And that's sanctions. And there's only one country in the world that's doing all of that. It's America. And it's 3 of them together. It says one was the image of the beast, one was the beast, right? And one was, see, uh, 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 um, how do you say it? They say, you had the beast, you had the image of the beast, right? And the beast, one beast was wounded by death, one was wounded by the sword. The one wounded by death, his wound was healed. The one wounded by sword, right? His wound wasn't healed. Then he had the image of the beast that was wounded by sword. So you got 3 together. And one of them is the image of another. And that's America, Britain, and false Israel. It's the 3. And America is the one, they would stop. Anybody that didn't do what they told them to do, they wouldn't be able to buy or sell. And if you didn't go along with the beast that was the image of the beast that was wounded by sword, they would kill you or sanction you. And that's exactly what's happening. It's easy to see who 666 is. All these things are easy to see, like the millennia. It's easy to see. See? So the point is, if they know, well, see, most of them can't know. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But if they know, they still can't tell you. It would be suicide. So that's what it is. 666 is America, Britain, and false Israel. And it's sanctioned anybody. That's their power. They've been sanctioned everybody. They just go along with them. Okay. Let's go directly into this reparations. Well, let's do it. I don't have to. Let me show a couple of things first. It's about the reparations, so I'm not meandering. I want to show you a couple of things, a little mathematics here. But you got to start thinking mathematically. You're going to do it in a minute, but you can't do now. There's a reason. Well, let me speak to this first. I got things out of sequence here, so I go and get it out the way. Come, let us reason together, saith Jehovah. Right? Now Jehovah, right? That name is wrong. Now Jehovah Witnesses came with that name, and the reason they came with it because they use Yahweh. I think it's Yahweh. I think, and nobody knows how to pronounce that name because only the priest supposed to know how to pronounce it, and the language is lost, right? And it doesn't have any vowels in it, and you find that in Arabic too, Because once you learn Arabic, when they write it, they leave the vowels out, and you just know what it is. You just know, right? Like train, for instance, you spell T-R-N, T-R-N. But if you spoke English and you look at the context, you know that's train. Or you see T-R-N. They got that in Arabic also, right? So what they did is they tried to figure out, they threw some vowels in there and said, okay, and they came with, and they could be calling, they could be saying anything. That's not the proper name. They're guessing. And they'll tell you that if you push it, right? But the point is if you read the Aramaic, see they use they went to Aramaic text. They got away from the Greek text. I mean Aramaic text, went to the Greek text, because Aramaic text, right? The name of God in Aramaic is a language that Jesus supposedly spoke. Aramaic is to Arabic is like this American English is to English. And the only way you can say God in Aramaic is Allah. So they could not call themselves Allah witness. That wouldn't have worked. So they went to the Greek scripture and got the Yahweh. And they tried to figure out how to sound. And so they came up with Jehovah. They don't know what the hell that word is. That word could be anything. That's not the proper name. I just thought I'd throw that out there to you. So I left that translation there because I just want to get to the main point here. I want, don't think I'm saying this name is Jehovah, because they could be calling us, that could be one of Satan's names. That's not the proper name. They made it up. So because they didn't want to call themselves Allah witnesses. Right? So the way you can say God in Aramaic and English, I mean Aramaic and Arabic is Allah. That's just the way you say it, right? Like in Spanish, right? It's Diablo. No, it's not Diablo. Diablo is the devil. Forget, I forget how you say God in Spanish, but it's not God. It's not Jesus, because Jesus had Jesus, and you got a lot of people call Jesus. Though your sins be scarlet, pay attention. They should be white as snow. They be red like crimson. They should be wool. See, this is the crap. He was saying, if you don't stop sinning, then you could be going to hell. You got it. No, it says if your sins are scarlet, I don't care. You already paid the price. It says you will come out with great substance. See, that's where they accuse our people. It says your skins be caught. We don't care. I told you, especially for the sisters. I don't give a damn about that. There's only a couple of things that you could really do. You come in, bring a devil with you, or you sleep with devils. Then, unless you're forced or you don't have any choice, right? Then, otherwise, right? Or you totally oppose this, the Farrakhan head so far up his ass that there's no way you can be extricated. But the point is, right? It says right there, though your skin be scarlet. I don't want to hear it. I don't hear you pay the price. I don't want to hear nothing. Though your skin is scarlet be white as snow, though your red like crimson be as wool. See? You absolve. It says it in Angel also. It says, blessed are those whose garments who maintain their garments. That means because the devil, if you understand what it's talking about, because you want to still under the authority of the devil. So whatever you do, it's attributed to him. You're under their authority. You submit it to them. How in hell God gonna tell you to submit to somebody's a wicked person and then blame you for being wicked? But if you submit to them, that's what they're gonna teach you. If ye be willing and obedient, you shall eat of the good of the land. That means if you're willing to accept your reward, and you take the 5 pillars, right? You become part of the body, then you will eat of the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you should be devoured with a sword. That means you're gonna stay here with the devils. That's up to you. That's your choice. You have a choice, right? But if you go ahead and do this, your sins won't. Nobody don't care about your sins because you don't have any sins. That's what they're telling you. You don't have any. The sins on the devils who made. You have to blame the person that made the Negro butt, not the Negro butt. No weapon that's formed against you will succeed. You will condemn, listen to this carefully, you will condemn every tongue that accuses you in judgment. Must anybody speak to you, they're gonna get shut down. What you say? You say about that, sister? You're gonna get shut down. The accuser of, they tell you, accuser of our brother, that's another way of saying the accuser of our brother we cast down. That's another way of saying it right there. It's another way of saying it. You will condemn every tongue that can accuse you in judgment. Just another way of saying it. The accuser of our brother we cast down. This is the heritage of services. This is your heritage, right? Of the service of the Lord. And this is their vindication. It means you're vindicated. Is that clear enough for you, brothers and sisters? Clear enough for you, Ishmael? They're the accusers. It says we're going to have to be shut down. Okay. Oh, they go backwards? Yeah, okay. Hold on. Maybe I get to where I was going. Well, guess what I want to show here? See here? On the left here, that's you. You're positive. Right? What the Quran says, spend out of what we have given you. That means, and you have, just spend out of that. That's I keep telling about the balance. It's right in the Quran. Spend out what we have given you. Right? We're going to take from anybody else. Here you are over here. And here's the devil. Remember, he's got excess energy because he doesn't. That's the whole point of him ruling, because he doesn't require as much energy to maintain him. Understand? So gold is much more valuable than ivory. Understand? So he has all this extra energy. So he's going to transfer that energy into dollars. And again, not only that, that's the simplest way of looking at it. But a more complicated way is that everything that the devils have, they stole. They took from other people. Either way, they have it. And now you over here, and you're positive because you living, you spend out of what you're given. You spend out what you're given. So you're cool. Right? The devil has it over there. But what happens? Look what happens here. This is a simple complicated. You can't get it. I don't think you can make this calculation any simpler than this. Watch this. Now, okay, the devil gives you something. Now you're out of balance because you're taking more than what you remember. You get so much a day, but now the devil giving you some extra, more. He's taking from himself. He giving some of his. That means now you got more. And what happens to you? You turn negative. Simple calculation. You turn negative. Because now you got negative energy because you got more than you're supposed to have. Now you're negative. You're under the devil's control. And you're negative. If he gives you more, you get more negative. What's that telling you? What's the bottom line here? That means he's turning you against yourself. Because now you're negative against everything. He's turned you negative. You're negative against your own people. You're negative against everything. Because you took that. Now you have that, but you're negative now. That was turned you negative. See? Let's well, let me go to the next slide, then we'll put the whole thing together, right? Let's go to the next one. You see here? This is the situation, in the simplest terms, brothers and sisters, is our nation and Suleiman. Suleiman is the only positive one here. Everyone else is negative. Everyone is negative. Every one of our people. The only other person that was positive was Elijah Muhammad, because Master Muhammad turned him positive. And see what happened. As soon as he went, everybody went back negative. Everybody went back negative. See? Because they was all negative. As soon as he left, everybody went back negative. And that's the state right now. That's what says a dead nation. I'm making it very clear. There's a dead nation. Everybody, that's why I call it dead because everybody's got some pieces of American dream. That's why it caused to be negative. See, Suleiman, he gave up all of that. Give up all of that. He said, well, how come you don't get a house? No. I do the minimum. I rent and lease. I don't buy, I don't own no cars. I don't own no house. I lease and I buy dollar store. Boom. You understand? That's how I got positive. Stay positive. Because the only way, that's how you know you're positive. When you get to injure and you can open that key, then you know you're positive. Because that injury was locked out to anyone that was negative. Am I making it clear enough for you to say? That way nobody could figure it out. You had to be positive, and it was locked out. Everybody was negative. That's why devils couldn't figure it out. Demons can't figure it out. That's why you can't figure it out. It's locked. Anybody's negative. You have to be positive to unlock it. I had to become positive. Right? I was near positive. When I was going to American, I was going to do for self, as Elijah Muhammad said. I was moving that direction. Then when I ran out, I put the brakes on, gave that up. Once I figured out what's going on, right? It had to be positive. And no one liked it. Because everyone that was negative. My whole life, I've never met any positive person other than Elijah Muhammad. Even those people that say they got the ninja, they're negative. That's why they can't break those seals. Can't get in there. They can't unlock anything. Because they're negative. They might not like me saying it. I'm just telling the truth. They're negative. Everybody's negative. And that's why he's in the world. I mean, my whole life, it's been numbered negative. Everything. Marriages, children, everything's negative. Because all our people are totally negative. Because they take what devil's given it. They're taking part of the American dream. And the more you take of it, the more negative you become. Elijah Muhammad turned me positive. And I stayed, like I said, I stayed positive. But I didn't go follow Farrakhan. I didn't follow none of that crap. And then we start moving negative. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. But nothing else to do. So I started going for building, doing it. Elijah Muhammad said, do for self. I knew that was taking me in a negative direction. I knew something was wrong. That's when I got ended up with a demon wife. Right? I put the brakes on. Overnight pole. I said, he's the only one. I'm not just, this not conjecture. I said, you know you're positive once you break those seals. Elijah Muhammad went positive based on supreme wisdom that Master Muhammad gave him. I have no idea what that's all about. All I know is that's the whole story of what. I understand it, but they're coming from the analytical direction, not from the spatial. But he's on the analytical side, I'm on the spatial side. But he's the God, because the analytical side is ruling. He's going to be ruling for the next 6,000 years. The spatial is dominant, but we're still under energy deprivation. See? That's the case. And so what's the solution? It's the economy, right? See, first, if you had injured your mind, you could do it yourself. If you had injured your mind, you do it yourself, like I've done. Get rid of it. But you don't have to injure your mind. You get rid of everything, then you turn positive. So you have to get some help, right? So what happens? You destroy the wealth that they're giving you that's causing you to be negative. American dream. When that's destroyed, you instantly turn positive. Am I making it clear enough for everybody else? That's why you instantly turn positive, because all of a sudden, that's what's causing you to be negative. That's what's you cling to the earth. Am I making this clear enough for you? That's what's happening. And everyone out there. And so Suleiman, he's catching nothing but negativity, even when the people that claim they're negative, they're negative. Because when when they say net negative or net positive, you know what that means? Net negative means if you take, for instance, you got $500, right, and you got $600 in debt, then you got net negative. You got net negative of 100. But that's what you. That's really what you were. You got 500, but you got $600 in debt. Well, you got net negative. You got $100. But after everything settles out, you $100 in debt. Right? When everything's filled out, or you guys, right, you owe somebody $100. So if it's net positive, that means you got $600 and you owe $500. The net negative, the net amount is 500 positive. That's when you do add subtraction, right? So all of people net negative, net negative. Okay? And when you destroy what's holding them down, this economy, American dream, is instantly turned positive. Because if something's holding you down, once that's boom, you already see, like you got a balloon, and something, you push it down, once you let it go, it instantly pop up. That's why these things happen so sudden. That's why everything's going to change suddenly, because what's holding you down now is because I gave it up. And he's the only one to be positive. He'd be the only one injured, so that's why he walk alone. He looked around, there was no one to help, because they're all still caught up in this gravitational vortex, some more than others. That's why I told you, I said, I don't even tell people, I know they wouldn't do it. He says, you got to, if you love your mother, your father, you got to give everything. If you want to walk with the Son of Man, that's what it says. And I know none of you are going to do that. So I don't waste time telling you. That's why Master Muhammad is going to make his move. And when the economy is destroyed, they have nothing to give you. Plus, everything they give you anyway is negative. It's something they stole. So if you take it, that turns you negative. You take the car, you take this, it turns you negative. You understand? It turns you negative. Against yourself, like in Mark. If you're negative, that means you'll be hurting, doing evil to your own self. You understand, brothers and sisters? So let's put this in context. This should be easy. Then what happens if you take reparations? See, it's that easy as it is. You start thinking mathematics. Maybe if you don't get it now, maybe it's not easy. Because if you got negative, maybe you don't get it, but you're still thinking negative. To me, it's simple. If you took reparations, if they gave it to you, you'd be even more negative than you are now. It would destroy you. Reparations would destroy you. And that's the point. It would destroy you. Because look how you're negative right now. Negative means you're beating yourself. Even now. That's what it says. You get reparations. It's like if you beat yourself, if you beat yourself now, and you got, so say you $1,000 in debt, so you beat yourself. What you do yourself use $1 million in debt? You blow your goddamn brains out. Because your whole mind's against yourself. Look at these people. What's happening to all these people? Even the demons, they go out there and they go, Michael Jackson, filthy rich. Whitney Houston, Prince, filthy, boom, they're all dead. What? Took this American dream, even the demons killed them. They may be demons, maybe not, but still no. Right? Look at them. Seeing the more money they got, the more destructive they are to themselves. It would kill you. They got so much money, how come they ain't happy? Why they on drugs and stuff? It will kill you. It would totally destroy this nation if you took reparations. Now, they want armies. Look, I don't care what you say. The point is, it's no reason to argue about this because time is short. Time is over anyway. From my point of view, time is over. It's like somebody dropped an egg off a 100-story building. It's just How long is it going to take an egg to hit the ground? It's already happened. Watch them since it's already happened. Just how long it's going to hit the ground. If the egg's in free fall, it will kill you. That's the mathematics of it. Look what it's doing to you now. And you're just taking a little bit. I'm taking a little welfare here. I'm taking a little, I'm taking a little, got a little car over here. Got a little house over here, a little trailer home. You know what I'm saying? Look what it's doing to you right now. Just a little bit. Come on. Yes?
Go mess with my
Yes?
your your the stomach is showing on your video.
Thank
You see
you.
it on. Yes, sir.
I'm like him.
That's not.
Hmm. Oh no, my stomach sure is covered. Must be something. This doggone camera I got. New camera. Well, it must be my undershirt. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, thanks for calling me, telling me. What could that be? Totally covered. Let me check my camera here. What could that be? I need to change my camera. I don't know what that possibly be. I'm covered. Let me get some kind of crazy effect here. Something. I'm covered. And whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're doing some kind of AI thing on me. I don't see what it could be. I'm looking. I don't see anything. Well, anyway. I'm kind of glad I got that information because one of the things you're going to see in a few more days, right? I've been prepared for this for years since I even knew about it. They'll take your image. They're already doing it to some people. They may have already done it to me. They put you in a porn and everything else, and look, you can't tell the difference. They take your image. AI can do that. And say, see what we're doing this? Eating pork. He's out there, prostitutes, in a porn. I expect that to happen if it hasn't already happened. Right? So beware of that, brothers and sisters. If you're out there trying to promote the truth, right? Your image, right? They're going to use it. They're desperate. I mean, how are you going to know the difference? See, look at her. Out there getting high. Showing crack. They showed one with, what was that? Tom Cruise, I think. They showed a demonstration. And the voice and everything looked exactly like him. It wasn't him. And was doing everything because they was able to do AI. And they're gonna do that here too. I expect it. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Anybody that goes along with it, so that's their problem, not mine. I tell you, it's a mental. They're gonna put all stops, and when they can't do anything else, they'll shoot you, kill you if they can. No. I'm still. I don't know what to do with this camera. I don't know. Anyway, they did something, but I'm covered. I don't know what they're showing, but I'm glad, bro, because I need to bring out. If you haven't heard that before, expect that. I already expect it. If it hasn't already happened, right? But as I was saying, right? Reparation will kill you. So if you see, you see my stomach hanging out, my feet hanging out, or buck naked, bro. What can I tell you, right? So, they already got me saying things. I saw something not too long ago. I ain't gonna mention it because if it haven't got around, I'll leave it alone. But in that respect, see, they start out today attacking me. Why would you think he said? He said, everybody's a messenger of God. He's pro God. They always start out saying, in the name of God, in the name of a lot of men. Always say it. But no, I don't say it. That's what he was getting at. They never said it before. That's their way of saying, don't listen to him, because obviously he must be. See, little hint things you don't pay attention to, I do. That's what they was getting at. Why would they say it? He never said it before. Go look at the previous one. Have you ever said anything like that before? But they notice, oh, he don't say that. So he must be a righteous person. Because if you're a righteous person, you're a righteous person with God, then you say, in the name of God, you start out saying a lie. And I don't say that. I don't need to say it. See? It's like per se, I'll be truthful with you. I'll be honest with you. I said, excuse me. Why you guys say, you mean haven't been honest with me in the past? I have to be honest with you. You have to be honest with me. Be careful these things. I don't say stuff like that. Because we let this stuff get past us. I have to be honest with you. What do you mean you were honest with me before? Let's close for a minute. Stand up and look at myself, because something I don't want to make sure that maybe I'm missing something here. Give me a second, brothers and sisters. But I'm covered. I don't. Let me just get in the mirror and take a look. Okay, I see what I'm looking at my recording, YouTube, and it is showing something there. But something had to do with the camera. See the camera keep fading in and out there? It has something to do with the camera because it's not me. Some of the cameras are. I gotta be careful with that. But I'm looking at my YouTube playback. Let's look at that to see if I'm doing. I see it because it's still delayed. Oh. I think something to do with the camera. It's not my stomach, but whatever. Could be my stomach anyway because I got a shirt on under it. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let me move on. Well, I was saying reparations will kill you. So maybe, but we ain't gonna get that far anyway. Now, whether they understand the mathematics of it or not, that's not the issue. The point is that's what would happen. Now, they don't understand the mathematics of a lot of things they're doing. It doesn't matter. It still will happen. Reparation will kill you. Aside from the fact that it will cause you to sell out your inheritance. Okay. So I just show you an example. And this is simple mathematics. If you understand pressure work and that everybody gets the same amount of energy, this is simple. This is a simple problem right here. Because they're giving you something, giving you a little more than what you're supposed to have. So that means they're going to turn you got negative energy now. Negative energy means you're going to start thinking negatively. Because remember, thought, that's your energy. That's your thought. You're going to start beating yourself. You're going to doing negative things. And that's what the man in Mark was doing. He was doing negative things. Why was he doing negative things? He didn't have his mind. He got his mind back and he stopped doing negative things. Got his mind back and then he gave up the demons and gave American dream and now he's positive. And then Jesus said, Lord, you got to go back and turn the rest of them positive. But they're still negative out there. See? What? Let me back off. Right? He had to go back and give them, turn their minds on. You understand? But like I said, some people are going to try to hold on these devils and try to revive them. Or let me put it another way. This is what I meant to mention yesterday, and I forgot to say it. Good thing. You know, well, I'm glad the brother called me now because I changed my rain of thought, because I was going to almost forget to say this again today. You know, when those that study angel, it talks about the four winds blowing. And we understand the four winds blowing, that's when the Esau African brothers attack us. Because they said, you can't ask yourself, why, after we've been attacked, all this was going down, okay. That means the cornerstone of this mind is destroyed. The mind they gave us is destroyed. Our mind, right, has not come back yet. Right? Their mind is destroyed. Remember, as soon as the information, then you can start looking for more. You start looking for sooner man then, right? Because the thing is that your mind is gone. Now you look for, you're hungry now. Your mind's hungry. Look for information. I say you put in the dark, you start looking for information. So once that information is gone, they're not them. They're not, who is? That's what you've been told, right? I'm looking at I don't see it anymore, so I probably need a new camera. It's still fading. My image still fading in and out. But based on looking now, I think my hand was what you were seeing. Yeah, I see it now. I think my hand was what you were seeing. Yeah, and that's what you were seeing. I'm looking at now, and I think my hand was there. I think that's what you were seeing. But I said, there's no way in the way you can. Yeah, you were seeing my hand. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It seems like it's still there. My hand is there. Okay. Okay. Anyway, because I don't have no fast stuff. Anyway, the problem is that you look at the context and you say, okay, you still didn't flee yet. You're supposed to flee as soon as you see Jerusalem armies, and now they attack you. You still didn't flee. You're still right there. You don't flee until the four winds blow. So why is that? You ever think about that? I'm making it clear and clear to you as we move on, brothers and sisters. Right? Now, when you think about it, say, well, how can you make it clear to begin with? Because first of all, you got to learn. I can't tell you multiplication. So you learn. Let me get back. I just thought about it. Let me talk clearer. Here I go again. Okay, let me talk a little slower here. You can't understand multiplication until you understand addition and subtraction. I go slowly. And then plus, look how much time I take just going to basic stuff. I'd be hours trying to cover all of this. So I'll give you the basic idea. Okay, first you have to understand energy deprivation. Then you have to understand, right, who everyone is. You have to understand be a war. Then they have to understand who's pregnant. You see all these different things? I can't just jump out and say it. You have to understand a little bit by little bit until I build together. Then now we get to the point where it says, because the question is, why didn't they flee as soon as it was attacked by American Britain? Why didn't they flee this then? Yep, let me move my hand. I see it right now. My hand is there. It still look that way. So why did they attack then? They don't attack until the four winds blow. Okay, think about it. See, what happened is that, remember, our people, they've locked down the American dream right now. Right? Now, a lot of them still think, right, it's still Afrocentric. Think about that. So once that happened, their first reaction is, remember, American dream is gone. America's collapsed, economy collapsed. The first instinct is for survival Africa. Get back to Africa. Get back to Africa. You see? Get back to Africa, man. Let's get back to Africa. Remember, this is gone. Let's get back to Africa. That's their first inclination. Okay? I mean, why would they get involved in Nation of Islam? Why would our people out there, out in the streets, get involved in Nation of Islam? Right? Because they figured out we should be doing that too. I mean, we still here, right? Nation of Islam's still going to be here. Why would you want to stay here? You understand? Why do you still want to stay here? That's Farrakhan's talking. Just think it through. Here it is, the economy collapse. I got to do something. Let's get back to Africa. Let's get to Nation of Islam. What are they for? They here, the economy's collapse. They ain't got anything. What the hell are you looking at them for? You see what I'm saying? That didn't even come in their mind. Let's get out of here. Get back to Africa. And so that's why the four winds blow and Africa attacks them. Then they know that's off. That door is closed. And the only thing they got left is Nation of Islam. You get it? Because you look at it and say, why? And nobody ever asked that question. Why did they delay? I mean, damn, they got, well, because why would they think about Nation of Islam? Why would our people out on the street, most of them don't know anything about the Nation of Islam. They know about Farrakhan. But what does Nation of Islam have to offer them? They don't know anything about, they know false religion went down, right? But they really not up on board. Remember, they're getting flooded with all this information. And it's still not clear. Only one giving them, and it says those set in the darkness, that means the ones in the Nation of Islam. Right? The ones in there was Farrakhan. They saw the great light. Other people didn't see it. That's why the man had to go back and go back. Remember he said he had to go back and get the other ones. Now you get the picture, brothers and sisters. You had to go, let me watch my hands. I'm messing around, look like I'm naked out here. Right? He had to go back and get the other ones because they at that point, the only choice was go back to Africa if we can get back there. And now it's got hit by them. They realized that's not an option. And so he got to go back and tell them, no. This is Islam. Then they come together. Great. See, when they realize that, they see it, and then they see the promise there, and Abraham would get their mind back. They didn't know about the Abrahamic covenant. They didn't know about all these things, and that's the seeing the great army. They have to have that first. But that's not going to be their first reaction. The first reaction is, that would be yours too. You hear people right now saying that. Let's go to Africa. Let's get out here and go to Africa. So now is it clear enough for you, brothers and sisters? That's why it happens like that. And so they have to be divested of that idea about Africa. They'd be attacked by Africans. So they know that that's not a choice. And then all the only information to be available to them now is the Nation of Islam. And once you get them out, they say, oh, that's the door out. That's the only door out. They realize that's the only door out. I can get me another camera, bro. This camera's and it's doing that in my hand and all this stuff. Let me see if I can switch cameras here, brothers and sisters, because I think it's still causing looking bad. I switch cameras here. See if how this works out. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, hopefully that'll work. That's better. Yeah, I had over the camera on there. I should have switched it. Okay, that's better. Understand, brothers and sisters? See how clear I'm trying to make this for you. Our people are totally lost because American dream. And Farrakhan's pushing that. On top of that, right? They're trying to go all the way with reparation, would finish us off. Aside from the fact that they would just destroy, we come just like Esau. We sell out. our reward. And so then we lose God's help. And we totally lost. Either way you look at it. You understand, brothers and sisters? Hope you understand. Let me reiterate, right? I showed you this here. But all the people are negative. All are negative because they're taken from this devil, this stuff. Which the devil don't belong to the devil either because they stole everything they have. So we're taking more than we're supposed to have. That causes us to go negative. The more we take, the more negative we become. The more negative becomes, the more negative thoughts we have. Thoughts against ourselves. Thoughts against our own people. You understand? Okay. Okay. So what's the solution? Mass Muhammad is going to destroy what's this economy so they can't give you anything. So that all suddenly you become positive. Overnight, bam, it's like that. You understand? I'm positive. But you just don't have a mind yet. You got to have it in your mind. You got positive, but now you got the energy. But now you still got to have it in your mind. Don't have that back yet. When he destroys the economy, that doesn't give you energy. That's put you positive. Make you receptive to the angel mind, because you have to be positive, right, to get the angel. Because if you're negative, right now, you're not getting it. If you're negative, you can't get the angel. So you have to be positive first. And so once he destroys the economy, you turn positive. But now you need a mind. It's like, okay, now you got an engine, but you still need a steering wheel. You got power, but you still need an steering wheel. Otherwise, you're going to be running into stuff. Okay? So then you get your mind. Okay? But what's going to delay you getting your mind? I mean, you know, the Nation of Islam, they get theirs. They get theirs first. Remember, they get theirs first. Then they had to go out and get the rest. He comes in, the people sit in darkness, see the great light, they get theirs first. You know, other people, they ain't moving, they ain't fleeing anywhere. Because they think, oh, we go back to Africa. So they sit and they wait for the Africans to come and help them. Remember? Oh boy. With Obama and all the Africans here, remember, because they got visas to go back to Africa. They waited for them to come and help them. Hey man, come on. Can we go back to Africa with you? You get that? Hey, bro, can we go back to Africa with you? Obama, let's get back down here. Go back to Africa with y'all. Think about it. It's the pause. They said, I don't want you, hate you. Okay? Then they attack us. You get it? That's what's going to happen, brothers and sisters. First they will say, can we go back out with y'all? Get the hell out of here. Economy's gone. People turn to cannibals. Nothing here. We go back out with y'all? And they hate you. Yeah, you go. And then they attack you. Maybe suddenly, trick you, whatever, they will attack you. And then when they attack you, then you realize that option's off. Then you realize, remember, everybody's going to be exposed to who they are. At that point, you think they're your friend, you're going to find out they're your enemy. Like the devils, you're going to find. That's why you got tribulation, to make sure you have no emotional contact, emotional attachment to them. Same thing with demons. They're going to be exposed. Everybody's be exposed. It says, the scripture tells everyone's going to be exposed. Now the Africans exposed, that they want your friends. They see you in a bad condition. They see you vulnerable. You're the nation's, remember, you're Jacob. You're the one that they hate, that's going to inherit the kingdom. And now you're vulnerable. You're here, you don't have anything. You're vulnerable. You're divided. And they can just take you out, and then it's all over. And they say, well, get them. It tells you right there, you're going to attack us. Attack us and the devils as well. And that's why. Because you sat there and wait till they did it. You said, why would we sit there and wait till they do it? So you You went to the four winds. It says what? Son of man, prophesy to the four winds. That's what I'm doing right now. Prophesy to the four winds. I'm prophesying about them. Tell them what they're about to do. They wouldn't do it until he prophesies about them. That's what we are, brothers. This is clear enough. This is going to happen any time now, any day now. Because that's what you expect. Just before. Remember, first, Syria's got to go down. Right? They attack over the Middle East. That war's taking place. American Britain's kicked out. And then it says, something prophesies. You got to be prophesying to the four winds. That's one of the things you got to do. And that's what I'm doing right now. Prophesying about those four winds. I never did that before. I just told you basically what they were, but I never really explained. Right? In fact, it wasn't until recently I told you that there was an enemy. And now I'm prophesying about those four winds. All these come together. That's all these things about to happen. Prophesy about four. So the Son of Man prophesies those four winds. And that's what will make our people come together. Okay? I'm prophesying. I'm in the process of prophesying now. All this stuff's going to happen very soon. But it would not happen. Our people wouldn't come together until he prophesied about the four winds. So I'm doing that. Wouldn't come together after Syria's gone down. It's gone. That's gone. So what's next? Iran. Make its move. And soon I have to prophesy about the four winds. Okay? But he had to prophesy about the four winds before he takes control of the Nation of Islam. You see how these things come together, brothers and sisters? So that's the situation right here. I don't think I can make any simpler and clearer than that, brothers and sisters. So some of you will have a difficult understanding this because you still got negative. You're still thinking negative. All of you negative. Everyone out there is negative. I don't care if you study angel or not. Now, if you can't go in there and use that angel key, you're negative. And it says you would be negative until, right? Master Muhammad make his move, and then you become positive when the economy collapses. Then American dream is gone. That car, all that stuff is gone. And that's what's holding you down. You have nothing. But now all you have is the energy that you're supposed to have. Turn positive just like that, bam. But it happened so suddenly. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. So I make it clear to you. All these things had happened. Now you see everything's in place. Now what's next? Right? Man's got to make his move. So the man, he's positive, but he's negative. Okay? Even the people that's worked with, they're net negative. They're net negative. Everybody says it, that's the case. I get less out than I put in. I teach, and everything else, and I'm getting anywhere near. Right. Push, check. That's the way it would be. And so they need some help. They won't get it from Master Muhammad. They may not like it initially, but initially they're not going to like it. Because you can wake up, or you might, maybe in the morning, you may wake up one morning, or maybe before you go to sleep, or for lunch, or you're driving home, all of a sudden, total economic collapse, total. In the wintertime, you cold freezing. I tell you, you're going to be the shock. Shock at how? You're going to be shocked at first. Because everything, all these conveniences that you got, that's not conveniences. It's stolen energy the devil's giving you, and you taking it, and now it's causing you to be negative. So you wait, oh, I got no electricity, got no money, no food, nothing. Shock. Some of you may not even come around at all. So initially it's going to be shock for everybody. Even the boys are studying, it's going to be initial shock for them also. Initial shock. Because you've never been like that before. That's worse than being homeless. These homeless can find food in the garbage can. Be a shock. No electricity, no lights. What happened in the nighttime? All of a sudden you can't see anything. What's going next? Huh? You're going to be in shock. Initially. You'll be confused. Because simultaneously with that, his forces going down. Yeah. The media, what they go? If there's any media at all, I mean, there's no electricity, you don't hear it from the media, are you? Couple times on the way, brothers and sisters. They're right about that. But they weren't right about anything else. Okay, I'm just going to go and back up and make sure I covered all the main points. Then I'm just going to go through. I don't think I'm going to spend. I was going to spend some time, brothers and sisters, but I think about it. I think I made it clear enough. I think you got a lot to think about right there. You got a lot to think about right there. No weapon that's formed will formed against you. See, you're invulnerable. I mean, but you don't know it. You're out there you're out there in a thunderstorm, and you got an umbrella, but it's not open. It's right by your side. You got to just open it, and you don't know it. Everything's prepared for you. Food is prepared for you. The umbrella, all is prepared for you. You just don't know it because you don't have your mind. Once you get your mind, it's there. You will not go hungry during the tribulation. You will not, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Anybody speaks against you, we shut down. You just got to get your mind back. But you cling to the earth right now because your faith is not strong enough. And so I don't want nobody to go out there and get a divorce and run away from their family. I don't want nobody doing that because, right, because you don't have to worry because you're going to do it in a minute anyway. But you don't have to do it because the whole family, you're going to stay together. I want people to stay together. Right? If that was 10 years from ago, I was get on board with this angel, help me out. If you can do it, get your divorce and work with everybody if you can handle that. But now we talking about weeks, we're talking about days, hours. Everybody stick together. Because Master Muhammad's going to make that move. He's going to solve that problem for you. So then you stay together. I ain't trying to hurt anybody here. That's why one reason I don't want any followers. Because it's just negative. It's just more problems for me. I ain't asking anybody for any money. I ain't taking it. That's why I don't take any money. Not any of that stuff. I got to stay positive. And that's my job to turn you positive. I told you in the crystal, you got that first one that transformed, but then it caused all the rest to transform. Rasulullah had to be, that's why he's the firstborn amongst the dead. He had the first one to transform. That's the angel. That's the key. And now he's got to bring everybody else on board with that. I got to protect that. So I don't want your money. You can't get. That's why I don't let you know exactly where I'm at, so you can't send. Because some people are sending me money anyway. I had a problem with that a while back, right? See, I don't want your money. I don't want anything. They ask for anybody anything. I don't want any followers because they're all going to be negative. It's just more problem for me. I just keep putting information out there, So when time comes, the more information, the easier it's going to be for you to make that transition. The easier, because you're gonna go to panic. You're gonna you're gonna be confused. You're gonna go through all that. The point is, by me keeping information out there, that's gonna minimize it. You see, and First Nation Islam has to be transformed. So now you got 10,000, 20,000, whatever, out there with the angel. See, that'll help that transformation fast. So if it's just me at that time, that's why it happens like that. First me, bam, and then see, that's why the Lord whom you seek, that's why Elijah was preparing the way, because now if we're just me at that time, it would take much longer to get that job done under those circumstances. See? Remember, you see in both things there, he says, he gives the man his mind back, but then he leaves. And that's the same thing it tells the angel. Right? When time came, the lamb and elect, they left, and they left the others behind. It's the same story. I keep telling you the same story, just different way of explaining it. Right? So he set those up, and they're not with Farrakhan. Otherwise, that'd be a problem. So it would be that much to transform them because once it happens, right? Farrakhan's disposed. Now, bam, then they transformed in a twinkle of an eye. And now they're positive. And now it's 10,000, 20,000 of them. Of course, the transformation comes faster because days have to be shortened. I'm making this clear enough for you, brothers and sisters. That's what I said. I make it clear and clear as we get to the. I mean, I don't think I make it much clearer than I am right now. It means this thing will happen any day now. Maybe it might happen while I'm talking. That's what it is. Okay? So I try to put everything in perspective. Well, why? Well, why are they not fleeing? Because they think Africa's their friend. Africa's going to help them. And when Africans attack them, then they realize. Then they see the 8 Nation of Islam. But in part because now you got 10, 20,000 injured warriors that's positive. Right? That's pointing the way. They're going to listen because they ain't got no. Remember, they're ready. They got the engines with steering wheel. Now you got 10,000 people that go steering wheels here. Oh, wow, man, thank you. That's why they come together fast. See the great army. Because now you got all these Nation of Islam. They're not talking about Nation of Islam as seeing the great army, talking about all our people. But they have to be out there. And it happens that fast. You see how stuff falling in place, brothers and sisters? I couldn't talk about 20 years ago because they'll be prepared for it. Right now, they're so busy keeping their ass out of the fire, they ain't got time to be. They banned their pensions to me. But not like they would have been given this information 20 years ago. But now it's time to get information. Make it so clear. It's time to get information right now. And it's not got a goddamn thing to do about it. It's too close. Okay? Now, have I put this picture close together? If I knit this whole thing together for you, is that clear enough for you? But if you get negative thinking, I guess maybe not. But when you start thinking positive, you're gonna make total clear. That's one of the problems I have, because I have a hard time understanding how much I'm able to communicate. I'm communicating. Because I'm communicating, people have got negative thoughts. They're going to see what I say in a negative way. They don't realize it, but they're going to see it in a negative way because they're still negative. And you might say, I ain't, you are. I already told you, if you can't open that angel's locked to anybody that's negative. And that you cannot understand, you're not going to get it, you're not going to use that key. It's locked to that. That's what's locked. That's sealed. The only one who was able to do it was, so no one in heavens or earth. You say, well, how come Master Muhammad, right? Well, he's not totally positive, is he? He's half positive, half negative. I'm going to leave that one alone. That's a little deep for you. Oh, I shouldn't have even went there. But he wasn't able to do it either, was he? But he is positive and negative. He's positive and negative. Only the positive controls the negative, but he's still positive and negative. You gotta be all positive to break that seal. All positive. So that's another story altogether, brother. Says I'm not even go there. Not going there. See, I'm not opening the door to that now. I whole flood of thoughts is coming on that topic. I'll just leave it alone. I say it's a little part, right? Remember, that's why he's given control for the next 6,000 years. Because we're still in energy deprivation. Right? So you had to be half original. Move on, brothers and sisters. I'll be glad when you get positive and you start seeing the angel. See how powerful and beautiful it is, what it's saying, and start understanding math. Because once you start being positive and you start thinking mathematically, it's going to be like music playing in your brain all the time. Because that's where you're going to see the world in the mathematical way. You can see how beautiful it is. Because you don't see the beauty of it. Because you're still thinking negatively. This whole universe is so beautiful. The math is off the page. The mathematics. You see, look how I'm putting these things together mathematically. And they fit perfectly. And when you start thinking mathematically, it's like you was blind. All of a sudden now you see vivid colors. See, right now you're like colorblind. All you see is red and green, I guess. And all of a sudden now you see all these beautiful colors in there. Oh, wow. So when you start thinking mathematically, your thoughts going to be so beautiful. You're going to see the world so beautifully. You're going to see the whole universe so beautifully. Remember the other day I was telling about how you have two ways of thought? Well, if you live and you just die, what's the point of it? So you learn everything you did. See, that's the whole way of thinking. And I mean, what's wrong with thinking that way? So you only live so long, and you go through all this trouble, and as soon as you learn how life's all about, then you're dead. As soon as you learn how to take care of yourself, you're old and wrinkled. So what's the point of that? And that's true. From that point of perspective, you say, what's the point of it? I'm studying all my life, and the more I study, the older I get. And what's the point of it? Why even do it? I study and end up just dying and take that knowledge with me. What's the point of it? So I master life, it's over. See? But then when you understand that what you're doing is death, oh, death, where's that? Oh, see, where death was that? Oh, death, where's that sting? Oh, grave, where's that victory? We understand that you just upgrade yourself. Death is just upgrade. It's just upgrade. You die, you're like going to sleep, and you wake up renewed. We understand, then you have a whole different attitude. A whole different attitude about life. Oh yeah, man, I went through all that. I lived 200-300 years, man, all that stuff. And then I died. Now I'm upgraded. And all that knowledge, now I got all that knowledge. 200 years worth of knowledge I got to move forward with. Then it makes, then you say, oh, I have a whole different idea. So maybe looking forward to death. Man, I want to upgrade again. I want to upgrade. You understand? It's just my perspective. And that comes to sealed Bible and unsealed Bible also. So once you start thinking positive, you could start thinking mathematically, whole point of view, whole perspective will change. It'd be like music in your brain. Like I said, and you have to, the sisters right now, I got problems with the sisters too. They, like I said, let me talk to me. I say, is there a point in somewhere? You take an hour to tell me something I could tell me in 5 minutes. Tell me all this particular. Is there a point in somewhere? Yeah, I'm stupid like the rest of y'all. Is there a point in somewhere? You know, and she put all the flowers, all the seasoning, all the stuff on it. Because somebody gave you a steak and just throw it in the frying pan, gave it to you, man. And you're gonna season it, and you're gonna see, and you're gonna put some salt on it. Just you say, man, what's that? You see, right there, tell you something wrong, because that's what. She's putting seasoning stuff on it. She's coloring it up. She's beautifying it for you. But right, you said energy deprivation right now. You ain't appreciate that because I ain't got time for that. Man, I gotta go to work now. But when you get home and hereafter, they take 2 hours to explain a point to take 5 minutes. You be sitting there loving every bit of it, because her voice gonna be like music. It's not gonna be like music. It's gonna be music. Her voice will be musical, beautiful. And you'll be mesmerized just listen to her. She could talk about nothing for 2 hours. You'll be loving every bit of it. Like I saw this thing about some tigers, right? This male tiger, he was laying down in the female tiger, bunch of they was eating on him. He was just happy as hell. They was biting on him. He was just so happy. You could just see he wasn't trying to get away. They were just biting his ass, a bunch of them, and he wasn't trying to get away. You have a whole different perspective. Yeah. If she gets to the point, right? Why you tell me? Why you tell me right away? Why don't you take time to explain it? Because you want to hear her talk. You want to hear her talk. Because she's going to be singing when she talks. Sis won't be talking, to be singing. Arabic is like a musical language anyway. You understand, brothers and sisters? You have a whole different perspective. See? You're going to appreciate you, because now you said into that vase, so we all ignorant. All of us men. I'm telling you, I'm probably the worst. I'm probably the worst to deal with women. Probably worse. So I can't blame none of you. I can't hold none of you brothers. I'm probably the worst because I'm a hermit to begin with. I'm impatient. I like it to the point, right? And so I have to contain myself, restrain myself. I ain't beating on nobody, nothing like that. I'm just saying, right? But I understand it, so I know how to deal with it. Right? I understand where it's coming from. See? So it's a whole different idea. You have a whole different perspective. And once you start thinking mathematically, your brain is you're gonna see the world differently. Just like if you're blind, all of a sudden you open your eyes, you see, you just think. I think Ray Charles, he became blind as he got older, right? I think Stevie was born blind. And just imagine if all of a sudden he could see. I mean, see his wife, see his children. I mean, his wife could be ugly as hell. He wouldn't know. As long as she's nice to him, get her, hopefully. So right now, and the angel's so beautiful. And the next book will be more beautiful than that one. I'm showing you how this stuff connects up, how pressure, how it's put together. And every time I say something, you can always go back and see how it fits in it perfectly. Not like that crap you hear on that broadcast. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. Well, you don't understand now. Well, I guess I can only hope. But when your mind turns on and you start thinking mathematically, you'll be a whole different person. And the female, male, I hate to use that word female, but the interaction will be totally different, totally different. And the women, I hate to use that again, we're always connected to like some men, even ladies, right? Laddies. That's that 6,000 years, this damn rule. Right? Wow, I've what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say there, brothers and sisters. But anyway, the whole different reality. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And the women, for lack of a better word, right? They're going to have the upper hand. And hereafter, like I said, it was strength to build it. It's going to be beauty to enjoy it. They'll have upper hand. And you're going to love every bit of it. Like when you're a child, right? Like mama takes care of you, and you love it. You love it. You're going to love every bit of it. But now you don't. Because we're all negative and all this. It's from a whole different world. Make all things new. All things new. When they're going to take care of you, they're going to make you, oh, boy. You move on, brothers and sisters. You're going to, they said, no, how they say it? There's no heart or mind can imagine, even come close to what's the good thing's going to happen. You can't. Until you start thinking mathematically, then you start, oh, wow. Transform the twinkle of an eye. Hmm? That's the problem. American dream. I don't think I can make that any simpler than that, brothers and sisters. That's where we are right now, Suleiman and our people. All negative. American dream. See in the background there? That's what we're going through right now. And we ain't forgetting a goddamn thing. I ain't. And they didn't free us because they lacked us. We forced it because, remember, we started getting energized in 1890s, 1860s. And so our pressure increased. That means, now, this is a little complicated here. They need discipline. They had to be taught discipline. They don't have it naturally. But they had the discipline that they got from the sealed Bible 500 years ago. Right? So that gave them enough discipline times pressure equals power, enough power to overcome us. Now, if they maintain that discipline, right, when we start energized, they would have more, they would still have power over us. Just on a different level. Okay? They still have power over us. And in a way, they still do what they just do now because it's a quality thing. Because they can still control our wealth. But it's still, the relationship will still remain the same. Right? Even if they was able to go to hereafter, they would still control us in hereafter. They'd still be under their authority. Because if they maintain, because their pressure, remember, they maintain discipline because they increase in pressure too. They increase in energy just like we do. The problem is that they can't. See, because they're not disciplined they don't have natural discipline, and their discipline gets weaker and weaker because they need somebody to keep boosting it. They keep needing a booster shot. That's what a prophet is. They keep needing a booster shot, right? They got their last booster shot 500 years ago. And they got that from Jesus, but it was delayed booster shot. Well, why didn't need to go there? Let me go explain that. Because I don't like to leave stuff hanging like that because I don't want it. Okay. They got the sealed Bible 2,000 years ago, right? If you want to call it, relate to it as sealed Bible, 2,000 years from Jesus. Or if they got the Jesus scripture 2,000 years ago, put that away. Right? But the Catholic Church rejected the discipline side of it. Right? They rejected the discipline side of it. They went to, because remember, Catholic Church is really extension of the Roman Empire. Where's Rome? Where's Rome? Rome is that was Rome right now is the capital of the Roman Empire, but Rome is not in Italy. The Pope, right? He represents. He's a musician. It was the Caesar. And they call him the Pope. So it's really Catholicism is really just a rebranding of the Roman religion, and they took the discipline out of it. So all you had to do is go in and say 3 Hail Marys, Father, I've sinned, all that kind of stuff. And so they lost power. 1,000 years. 1,000 years ago, Britain was the first one, rejected that. They went back and got the scripture. They started applying. They said, hell with that Catholic, I'm not ordering, but going in a confession and Pope and all that stuff. They started reading the Bible themselves. They started applying that. And if you think about it, a lot of what they was doing was pretty much similar to what they do in Sunni land. The women was treated exactly like they was treated women in Sunni land, right? They were closed. They were disciplined. They had no rights. They say, remember, I told you, Sunni just reflect a sealed Bible. Women was treated almost identical to the way the women is treated over there now. Almost identical. So they start, right? Remember, because I said, because the pressure Islamic Empire caused them to transform, and they had become more and more like the Islamic Empire. And then, right? That's what happened with the and so they got enough discipline, their power came back. And so they was able to shut down or contain the Islamic Empire, took control of it, and took control of the world, basically. So that's how that discipline, they got that. So that was delayed discipline, because Jesus gave it to them, but it took 500 years. It was 1,000 years delay for the booster kicked in. When the booster kicked in, the booster shot Jesus gave him, if he was the last prophet that came to him, that booster shot, 1,000 years delay, they got it. They ain't gonna get any more booster shots. So now we start increasing, right? And what happened? See? The discipline started declining, because ever since we started, women every 500 years, every 50 years, women look. By the time they got to 20s, women was wearing short dresses. See? Discipline kept getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Look at where it is right now. It's almost non-existence. I mean, the women walk around naked. They even say that on the broadcast. They walk around naked. They're all over YouTube just naked. They're out in the streets naked. The men, marrying men. This depends almost, that means their power is gone. That's what they mean by the mountains become quite a wool. That means America's like a mountain. Quite a wool is like cotton candy. So you think they say, you see them as quite a wool. I mean, you see this mountain is very strong. Because you think they're a military power, they have none. And they're going to find the minute, because as soon as the wind blows on it, damn. That's what it's talking about. They don't understand it. That's what's happening. So we keep on, we put pressure on them. It takes energy, remember, to maintain discipline. But they take on energy to rip off everybody, control everybody, and they're not applying the energy of discipline. And if they did, still no, remember, they don't have enough structure to withstand their ability to withstand pressure is limited anyway. So you put all these together, but that's what's happening. See? So they don't have any real power anymore, and they're gonna find out when Iran makes its move. False Israel. Remember what? 56 years ago, they could just go in, take these countries down, knock them down. Nobody could stop them. Now they bogged down just trying to on the border of Lebanon. See, so it's going to be exposed to the world that they don't have any power anymore. See? Okay, understand that? That's where we are. So I have to leave that. uh, leave that one and move on. But see, this. Like, so, well, to wrap that last thing I said, like, see, they try to turn around and say, oh, see, we stopped slavery. No, no, you didn't stop a goddamn thing. We got stronger, and you're getting weaker. They try to make it like, oh, see, we was nice. We gave you civil rights. We stopped slavery. We stopped. No, no, no. You didn't stop a thing. You was forced. We forced you. We broke our chains. See? Remember it says in Mark, he says the man broke his chains. He said he broke them. Let's move on. This is it. Oh no, we ain't forget. You look just like that's his. That see, he's a black faced devil. Look just like his daddy. He got the same nature. This picture tells a lot whether they intend to do it or not. Let's move on. Reparations. They're pushing it to get you to destroy yourself. Low pressure cannot defeat high pressure. But if somehow trick high pressure, right, to diminish his pressure, like they have done us, don't argue on the ain't discipline. See, how people are not disciplined. They have natural discipline, but like, well, you know, chickens fly too, can't they? But they don't. Chickens can fly. They got wings. They birds. But they don't, do they? Why? Is that a sign to us? We got power. But we don't use it. I mean, no, I didn't say we had power. We had energy for power. Like we got wings to fly, but we don't fly. We got energy for power. We don't have any power. We got energy for it though. Because we need discipline. And where you going to get it? Mass how it's going to be? It's two. Right? It's a pair. Two working together. One's called the Christ, one called the Mahdi. The Mahdi would come and the Christ would be with him. Who's the Christ? Right? The Messiah. Who's the Messiah? When it broke the seven seals. Smash of the covenant. They're trying to say Pharaoh's the Messiah. And I noticed he was going, if you read about the 7 weeks and everything else, he must have was checking my tweets, my message, my way, because he dropped it all of a sudden. He didn't go anywhere with it. Because if you read it, it's talking about the Messiah be cut off. That's where he was going. I guess he said, boy, because that sounds too much like Pharaoh's getting ready to die or something. I guess it was something, but he went there and then just stopped. He didn't go. He didn't explain it. He didn't even try to. He just 70 weeks, and okay, what? It's not talking about Farrakhan. Tell you that. These damn dogs. They train them. These demons love dogs. Why? You see black folk with dogs so much. Most of them are demons. Most of them are demons because they love dogs like their daddies do. I ain't had anything particular against dogs. They should be in your house. And that, aside from the fact I'm allergic to them, damn near died several times before I found out. Attack dogs. They call them black dogs right there, right? I repeat just enough times. Can I find something here? Well, okay. If you read this carefully, all it's tell you, America is going to be is losing discipline. It means losing power, and they being confronted with a greater power, right? And so greater power is like greater pressure overcomes lesser pressure. If thought is pressure, right? That means they can't figure out what you think. They can't figure out. They can't compete with your thoughts. They can't figure out your moves. You're making moves and they can't figure it out because your pressure, your thoughts are greater than theirs. They can't figure out what you're doing. They're going to catch them by surprise. So let me might read this right. See, I'm not well. Oof. Almost 2 hours already. And thou And thou said, I shall be a queen forever. So that thou did not lay these things to thy heart, neither did you remember the eventual consequence. So bottom line is telling right here, there will be a consequence for everything you've done. So read that away. It says, the eventual, it just say, possibly, there will be consequence for what you've done. Therefore, hear now this, you are given to pleasure. That means you have no discipline. You're losing your discipline. And dwells carelessly, this underscored, losing discipline. Everything I just said. Thou said in thy heart, I am none besides me. I shall not, says a widow. There we go again. Remember, queens, that means talking about a female here. America is characterized as female. Eve, Adam is characterized as Britain, Magog. So I'm not going to lose that because America got two solid major allies. That's Britain and false Israel. And both of them together produce false Israel. False Israel is their child. You understand the angel key, understand? And you understand what it's saying right here. He's saying, I'm not going to lose my husband. And I'm not going to lose my child. Because I'm powerful. See? There's none beside me. I shall not say Israel. That's what he's saying. Now I'm protecting Britain. Because remember, I'm the queen. See? That's why I say queen authorities, sense of authority. So I'm going to protect them. He said, king, queen, protect them. Remember them as king. I'm going to protect them. I got them. So that gets you to what's going on right now. Because in the Middle East right now, Britain and false Israel, all three of them together in the Middle East. That's the 666. Yeah. And you read this carefully. But these two things shall come upon you, but it's going to happen to you. Britain's going to take down, and false Israel is going down. It's going to happen suddenly. Remember I told you? When that's from to make us move, all it's going to happen suddenly. And one day, false Israel is going down, and Magog is going down. The multi-source of that great abundance of thine enchantments. For you have trust in your wickedness, you said. And like I said, they trust it because in the wintertime, right, ice spears, right, all that stuff works. And so you got more ice spears than anybody. You got more snowballs than anybody. Oh, you got more ice than anybody. And you kicking ass. Right? You trust in that because you think it's going to be a winter forever. You don't realize spring's coming. When spring comes, all that stuff just melts away. That means nothing. That's what it's telling you here. Because they thought this would last forever. They got mathematics, atomic bombs. What can do anything to us? How can anybody do? We can blow up the whole world. They mess with us. You understand? Because that's their level of knowledge. I just told you that's weak, but to them, that's it. I got electricity, I got atomic energy, I got nuclear bombs, I got missiles. How can anybody touch me? See? But mass Muhammad got that plant there, you can't touch it, can you? Understand what I'm saying, brother? So that's what he's saying here. But you trust in your weakness, and you said, none sees me. Now wisdom and knowledge has perverted thee, because you thought that was it. Nobody has more knowledge than that. So I got the best. I'm wiser than anybody. I got the best technology, remember? They saying, we got the best technology in the world. We got computers, we got this. That's what they're saying here. That's what America thinks. There's nothing beyond that. And they say, we're going to be innovative. We're going to stay ahead of everybody. We're going to make sure we stay ahead of AI, industrial, computer. We're going to make sure we stay ahead of everybody so nobody could ever compete with us, have more nuclear weapons than anybody. That's what it's saying right here. And they think that's correct. Right? And therefore I shall, evil shall come upon you will not know where it's coming. Means no, because you think that's it, but that's just your level of pressure. And you think that's the highest pressure there is. But there's much higher pressure than that. You think that's the ultimate pressure. Remember, pressure and thoughts the same. So you thought your thoughts is the same as the pressure that you are. And you thought that was the highest pressure there is. And now a greater pressure is on the scene. And you can't do anything with it. It's nothing that low pressure can do to high pressure. And so therefore you're confused. And it's crushing you and you don't know how to do with it. It's crushing you. There's nothing you can do about it and you can't understand it. You can't figure it out because that pressure is higher thinking level of thought than yours is. It's like this level of thought is make much, dogs stink, pigs stink, lions stink. How they sneak up and on the prey, they don't go down when they think but on a very low level. And remember, so when you start thinking mathematically, you're gonna be a god way behind them. But they don't think mathematically. They have mathematics. They don't think mathematically. You understand? If it should come upon you, you should not know from whence it rise. Mischief fall upon you, and you will not be able to put it off. To you, it can be mischief. You can understand it's mischief, but you can't understand it. And I told you right now, mischief is being planned against America right now. I can't speak to it because then there would be mischief anymore. Right? And you will not be able to put it off. Desolation will come upon you suddenly, which you will not know. No, you're crushing. You won't understand it. You won't see it coming because it's on a high mental level in you. I understand when you start thinking of thought and pressure, same thing. I don't know if you really understand, appreciate that. Right? Maybe I don't know if I can say it any better. And then again, for the day of the Lord, they quote that from the Quran to all nations. They keep running to the Quran. Well, keep on running over there. But their Lord is near for all nations. Right? Then it gets down here, right? And it says the house of Esau. But it says who's going to take them down? Jacob and Joseph. That's Shabazz and Levi said, go with us. It says, Jacob will be a fire and house of joy, a flame. And says, they will set them on fire. That means a fight between us and them. We're the fire. Right? So it said Jacob's going, right? House Jacob is going to take them down. How's Jacob? Well, Joe's going to be with him, but how's Jacob going to do it? That's elect to Jacob. Their brother, they try to take us down. They're going to take them down, burn them up. Okay, here we go. Some people, in a minute, a exceedingly great army. Once they get this abuse of going back to Africa, staying here in America, and all that BS Farrakhan's talking about. And I've had plenty of them saying, I ain't got to listen to you, man. I'm just going to go to Africa. Where you going over there then? Yeah. Capitalism. We're going into a system of blessings. How does that work? That means you get younger instead of older, doesn't it? You get more than you put out. Instead of get older, you get younger, stronger, more beautiful. In capitalism, you get older because you're working harder than you're getting paid for. By definition, that means you're going backwards. You have to get blessings. So now your body rejuvenates because you got more energy than you need. You got body, you got your body rejuvenating. Now you got castles, mansions. In my father's house are many mansions. They say little trailer cars, mansions. In my father's house are many mansions. It's blessings. Hell with this damn capitalism. But capitalism was the system of energy deprivation. That's the system Adam had. That's the system that prevailed during that time. That was the correct system for that time. But now time is over. And people can't understand that. I keep telling you, we got seasons. The scripture for each season, and now sealed Bibles, that season's over. They try to hold on to it. Hmm? Again, This is the devil story. Don't sound like a Christ story, does it? Christ stories sound like a beautiful story, right? Christ story says, okay, right? Mary, a beautiful young maiden, right? God favors her, right? Cause her to be pregnant, right? With a holy child, the Christ, who she adores and loves and protects. He grows up and protects her, right? And she loved having the child. She protected in childbirth. That's a beautiful story when you put all the pieces together. But then this story, ooh, I like so Christ can say in that story, yeah, man, my mother was a good, a virtuous woman, and she, right, and she was taken care of, and God protected her while she was pregnant with me, and then, right, I was born, right, and I tried to do the right thing, to help people before someone, right, and then a little fire kind of story. My father was a rapist. He raped my mama. She tried to abort my ass 3 times. Wow. 2 different stories, ain't it? See what I'm saying? And he said, yeah, he says he's the Messiah, though. Bob was a rapist and a devil, which makes him a devil. Christ follows original. This clown is a devil. That means Falcon had been devil too. They're like father, like son. So now he's doing what his father did. He's raping the nation. Can't make this stuff up, brothers and sisters. And I got this government triangle that Adam would have. Christianity justify it. Capitalism is the motivation. Democracy is consensus. Make sure everybody's on board. Might as well play this out, brothers and sisters, because I'm about to close out. Okay, come on, let's move now. Why is this playing, brothers and sisters? I had an issue a while back. Somebody informed me. They thought my stomach was hanging out, but on my investigation, that was my hand that was there. But take whatever you will. I had to get new camera. That camera was kind of messed up. Yeah, now he don't, he don't say in the name of Allah. You don't say that. Use foul language. And he's on there naked now. Oh, whew. That's the only thing keep me going, bro. Because some of this stuff is so comical. And the broadcast, that's a comedy show. It is. Sunday, can't say Saturday Night Live, right? Sunday afternoon live. He said Sunday afternoon dead. Oh boy. And I hate watching it because that's 2 hours of nothing. But I keep saying, why I'm wasting my time every Sunday? But I gotta take these demons down. I said, I don't enjoy this job, brothers and sisters. I told you I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. And if you know somebody that can handle it, that really wants it, all yours. All yours. Here's about to happen. Clash between us and them. Do unto them as is done to us. Double. It means to be a clash here in the States between the Sealing Great Army and their army. That's about to happen, brothers and sisters. That's one of the things. Right? Once you get your mind back, there's gonna be a war here in America. Explain to you. If you can read about it, it says mother against daughter, father against son, and mother against daughter-in-law. That's explained to you. It means America will be against Russia and also be against Christian blacks, the demons. That's that war. That's the locust war. So now they clash between the Levites, right, Nation of Islam, and our nation. Seeing the great army once they come together, that's gonna be a clash. Then there's been a clash between them and the demons. The demons gonna have 17 million too. They're gonna have as many as we. There'll be a clash between them. Right here on America's soil. Then they'll be fighting with each other. They talk about that too. Where they get that from? I said they're gonna be fighting amongst themselves, like Democrats against Republicans, for instance. That's gonna be a strange thing here, brothers and sisters. Ooh, there's a lot more. What's about to happen? So here we're about to close out, brothers and sisters, again. This is us basically, where they got hold of us. Where we are. Going on. American dream. Locked down here. See? Farrakhan making sure stay on, right? Stay on track. Scientology is Christianity. He's giving you Sunniism and he's giving you Christianity sideways. See, Farrakhan think he's so slick. He giving you Christianity with that Scientology. It's simple. The symbol is a cross. It's this Catholic Church grade, right? 1.0 or whatever, right? Confession, ordinary. Then again, Sunni is the golden calf. He's true though. I don't take the egg hit the ground. Yep, son petition. Accuser of our brother be cast down. And we're sitting running. I don't think he runs fast. I don't think outrun us. Okay, brothers and sisters, I'm going to leave it there. I think I covered everything. Let me take one more check here and close out. Mm. Well, I gotta say one thing. They say there's no good, no not one. Farrakhan said it applies to all of us. No, it applies to them, the devils and the demons. But even if it applied to all of us, then Farrakhan had to include himself, right? He says, no, not one. That means, right, he's no good either. So why in the hell we should listen to him? But that fraud, can I tell you, it's a joke. Keeps me laughing. Okay, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna close out in a minute. I'm monitoring my YouTube. I didn't notice any buffering, but it still seemed lagging behind, so like I missed it. It looks like it's about 2 minutes behind. So I'm gonna wait to catch up, make sure I'll end up dropping some of this presentation. I don't see any buffering in it, so maybe I missed it. So I'm about 2 minutes behind, so I guess you won't hear this until about 2 minutes from now. Because currently right now it's 4:38. The actual broadcast, I'm looking at it on YouTube, like about 2 minutes behind. Maybe more than that, like maybe 5 minutes behind. I'm not sure what's causing that lagging. I don't see any buffering. I don't want the presentation to be truncated. So, just play a little longer.